Hi, it's Tuesday night, the 22nd of September already, and day 266 of my journey to business alignment, and I'm still living the dream. Yesterday was an exciting day for me because Fahad was back in the saddle, and he's doing very well, so thank goodness. He sure had a pile of tasks sitting in his inbox at Fiverr, Fiverr, after taking the time to talk to him this morning, which is in the evening time for him. We are now singing on the same sheet of music, so to speak. After my video recording last night, he and I talked a little over Messenger system that Fiverr has, and he was going to work on that stat that I sent him through the night. That whole list of tasks, which was through the day for him. So, in other words, right now, it's about 10:30 at night, which is about 9:30 tomorrow morning. That's kind of how that works. It works out great. So my power statement for today, once again, says that I will work over getting all my remaining pages designed out and all the videos designed out and published for Fahad so he can finish the website as soon as possible. Well, here's my to-do list for Tuesday, the 22nd. Got it done. I also had a page of some tasks, that little notes that I wrote down that I got done. Check. Got those done. So that is fantastic. My number one most important task for today was to get a new list made up of the new tasks I want Fahad to focus on, and I'm going to make up the same kind of list for me so that we can be on the same sheet of music going through this week. My fun task for today was to go over the different web pages where Fahad was to fix several things, including the pictures on the podcast and insights pages. Each have two. We're going to make them to be three up instead of just two, so that each have the right treatment. When you put your mouse, they kind of go like this, and they're all sized right too. My exciting task today was to get the podcast page and the podcast landing page pictures sent to Fahad for all of the 5 podcasts that I've done, and so he can work on getting all of them set up and ready to be added to those pages. And maybe it'll take some pagination. We'll see how it works out. Somehow, with my web guy helping on a separate project on the website, his name's Cody, he had added some code that broke a few things on a couple of 3 pages that I noticed. And so I talked to Fahad about it, and he said, well, he's going to need to fix those. So I'm going to let Cody, and Cody's going to work on getting those done. And he's working on the search button to make sure that search works right, that whole functionality feature. And on my coaches page, the FAQ, so when you click on it, it opens up and closes up and opens up and closes. And again, the Ask Coach B system plugin. So those 3 different things is what Cody's working on, and Fahad's handling everything else. Anyway, here's my end of the day success routine question. Get honest with yourself, Marty. What didn't go well today, or what could you have done better today? Did you wake up early and start strong? Check. Did you start your morning with power? Always. Check. Were you productive throughout your day? More pieces through the portal of my mind manifested into the world of the physical. Yes. Did you get the most important things done? I certainly did. Did you move those goals forward? We did. We got them done, and Fahad's doing more, and I'm doing more, and pieces after piece after piece. Did you show up as the person you wanted to today? Yes. What about your personal time with Kathleen? It was fantastic. Tuesday night, and 5:35, right there, done. She's home. And I come down and I say, I'm home. I love you. And we start our day. So that's how it works. Were you present? Yes. And she was present for me. In summary, I asked myself, were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? Did you keep your promises that you made this morning? Well, this morning I promised myself that I would get the new task pages typed out for each of us to work off from, and that I did. I also promised that I would get the podcast landing page pictures and the text ready for Fahad. I need to get a pic from one of the people I am going to interview for the Insights page, and so I sent that email out to her, and so I'll keep that promise to her, so bam, done. The next question, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time today, Marty? Did you make time for them? And were there any new movies that you or your 2 amigos called up under your mind of your screen of your mind today? If so, what were they? Well, my must-see TV favorite 5 movies are pretty much one long movie now, and in addition to those, I'm watching an instant pre-play movie of people landing on my webpage and going through the pages and links and videos and signing up and looking at the content and joining the Zoom calls and so on. It's just so exciting, all playing on my mind. My next question is, with that one thing, what would it be that would make all the difference going forward? Well, you know about that. I know I have been saying this for a while now, but there are still several tasks that have to get done before the website's done. And so that one thing that is making all the difference right now is to focus on getting that done and getting those web pages done. I am, however, changing the power statement a little bit going forward because I finished the last 4 videos, and now it's focusing on the podcast and interviews, and then all that the folks at Entreport and Appointment are still having to get done on the web pages, the membership and the e-commerce piece and so forth. So here's my power statement. I changed up a little little bit. I will continue to focus on and work overtime on getting the last big task ready and completed so that Fahad can finish the website. So there you go. Next is where there are any mistakes or failures that I had going forward today that I can turn into a tool of success. Well, there weren't any mistakes that I made today, and I didn't have any failures either. So, bam, that was great. The next question is, what was your biggest success today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well today? Well, my biggest success today was finishing the landing page's pictures for the rest of the podcast that we added to the page in that landing page. The next step in my end of the day success routine is to rate my day's effort. So I gave today an 8. I gave it an 8 because I worked at the speed of 8. But in working on some of the back burner tasks, that slowed me down a little bit on the website task, so I dinged it a couple points, but that's okay. It's all getting done, and when you reach your goal, it's going to be fantastic. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says, when high achievers say they accomplish their objectives with hard work, they mean it. Let's face it, whenever a very successful individual is asked for the secret to his or her success, and that person replies, hard work, we usually can't help wondering that the real secret is behind what that is, behind their good fortune. Was it a lucky break, a rich relative, some crafty manipulation perhaps, which accounts for that woman or man's great wealth, fame, or power? Questions such as this may comfort our own sagging ego, but they also blind us to the truth, and the truth is, in most cases, that they mean it. It was hard work. These principles lead to the next thing I'm grateful for, which is the law of work, which says, when high achievers use the term work or hard work, they mean working at top capacity for 70 or 80 hours or more every week, loving their work until it becomes a driving passion, and devoting all their waking hours to thinking about it and planning on it and striving towards those goals which others consider impossible. It's called total commitment. Total commitment is not a recommended lifestyle for everyone, that's for sure. For many, the price to extract is much too high, but there are also countless thousands who know exactly what they want and are willing to get after it and give as much of themselves as is necessary in order to achieve success. Next, I'm grateful for Dr. Brothers, who said, the law of averages works. The more calls I make, the more sales I make. Triple up what others do, and you will make the law of averages work for you. Successful men and women must have good health and boundless energy, that's for sure. Climbing to the top demands strength, whether it's to the top of Mount Everest or to the top of the XYZ Corporation or in the top of your world of business that you're starting to build. People are born with differing energy resources. And the man or woman who tires fast, burns out easily, would do well to maybe reset their goals or rethink what they're going for. So ends another day in the life of Coach B. I moved forward on my journey to business alignment, and I finished another round with my challenger. I nearly knocked him out today, but he's still standing, and so I have to fight on, and I will indeed. I'll see you tomorrow night right here at my laptop, and until then, I wish you continued success. Good night.